a key save in this match. Obviously, Lloris's goal has been under more pressure, but there's been no real attempts in that he's had to deal with. So France, although they'll be disappointed in the way that this game's got going, that they've not seen much of the ball, have been on the back foot, they'll take confidence from the fact that they haven't really had to do too much to keep Croatia out. Here they let it go for a goal kick. And Croatia can't keep this pace up for the whole game as well. If one team comes out like this, you almost look at it and think, OK, well, let's let them go and run themselves out, tire it down. It might well prove as the half goes on, like against Belgium, that France get a bit of a foothold in the game. And they've got such quality as well that we spoke of before. It does just take a moment of brilliance from someone like Mbappe or Griezmann to go and turn this game around and put France into the lead.
Yeah, there's such quality players out there for France. Even if they are sitting back and soaking up pressure on the counter-attack in particular, they've got plenty of pace and they've got the focal point of Giroud as well. So Croatia have made the better start, but they still have to be aware as they come forward now. The Croats, Perisic is in space, he's in behind Pavard, but a cross into the box is a poor one. Mandzukic was in there, Rebic was coming in as well, but he scuffs the left-footed ball, Ivan Perisic, and Umtiti, not for the first time already in this game, was across his near post and clearing the ball away.
Yeah, I think he was trying to gesture towards Pavard then, saying that's the second time he'd been out of position and left us open and exposed. They can't afford to do that at the moment, the way this game's shaping up. Maybe France do want to get their full-backs forward, but you've got to pick and choose your moments. And at this time in the match, they're on the back foot. They're struggling to keep hold of the ball, and Croatia are pressing really well. So it's up to those defenders, those full-backs, to make sure that they're covering, they're helping out, and that Croatia's wide men haven't got that opportunity to spring the counter.
Yeah, there has been one or two suggestions going into the World Cup final that if France have a weak link, it is down in that right-back position from Pavard, who's had a good tournament, scored that amazing goal against Argentina, but perhaps if he can be attacked at, he is more predominantly a centre-back club level, then there could be an area to exploit, and Ivan Perisic is one of Croatia's more creative players. We've just got a little stoppage because Perisic has gone down, perhaps in a tangle with Lucas Hernandez. It was in a build-up play, and yeah, Perisic just kind of runs in to the French defender. Nothing untoward in it at first glance, and Perisic is now back on his feet, a little dazed, but okay to continue. Croatia have possession. Modric plays the ball down the line, but it's intercepted by Hernandez, and France might be able to build now from the back. Pogba has it, sweeps the ball across to the right-hand side, and Mbappe gets hold of possession, tries to backheel it into the onrushing Pavard, doesn't quite come off. Strinic makes sure to that, but France have possession again, and it's N'Golo Kante. 1-2 between him and Blaise Matuidi. Kante now looking over the top, trying to use the pace of Kylian Mbappe. We haven't seen that as of yet. Strinic makes sure Mbappe can't get on the initial ball. Giroud picks up the pieces though for France, but Croatia defending in numbers, have back, but credit to Giroud, who hasn't really had a kick so far in the game. He then wins possession. France can look to build once again, this time down their left-hand side with Lucas Hernandez. He floats the ball up towards Giroud once again. He just about wins his aerial duel, as does Griezmann. Now Mbappe down the right-hand side. Can he isolate Strinic? Goes beyond the fullback, gets into the box, pulls it back towards Griezmann. And Vida and Rakitic, a couple of deflections, just about scramble the ball away. It's still alive though, this for France with Mbappe, but Perisic is back and should be able to clear his lines. Yeah,
first moment of real danger for Croatia. They deal with it okay. There's a free kick here though, won by Griezmann. Croatia aren't happy, but I think that's the right decision. Brozovic just tangling with Antoine Griezmann. But that's where France are so good, aren't they, when they get Mbappe, especially in those wide areas. Little drop of the shoulder, he's past his man, looks for the cutback to Griezmann, and Croatia just about able to deal with it. You know what, I don't even know if this is a free kick, actually, looking back at it again. There's maybe a bit of contact. I think Griezmann, yeah, possibly. He seemed to be going down before the contact actually came, but then the contact did come, so I suppose it gets him out of jail a little bit, but it's soft.
It's a very soft free kick. Yeah, the benefit of the doubt, I can't really blame the referee for giving it. It was good disguise, if you like. Griezmann, if good's the right word to use. He's the man standing over the free kick, and he's been so dangerous from set pieces throughout this tournament, providing the corner for Umtiti's semi-final goal, also whipping a ball in for Varane to score in the quarter-final victory over Uruguay. This is perfectly placed for his left foot. He sends a dangerous ball in, it flicks off the head and into the back of the net, and the opening goal of this World Cup final has been scored. Antoine Griezmann, the architect. Was that Rafa Varane who got up and got his head to the ball? Croatia looking a bit shell-shocked. They've dominated the opening 18 minutes of this game, but what a delivery it is into the box from Griezmann, and it's a flicked header beyond Subasic and into the back of the net.
I think it might be an own goal, you know. I thought Varane had got ahead to it, but he doesn't get there in time. He didn't celebrate, which was the suggestion. He hadn't scored the goal. It might well be Mandzukic. It is. Mandzukic flicks it back towards his own goal. He scored the winner to see off England in the last round, and he gets his second goal in succession, but this time at the wrong end.
France have opened the scoring in the 2018 World Cup final. They lead Croatia by 1-0, but it's actually a Croatian player who's put the ball into the back of his own net. Mario Mandzukic, the hero from their semi-final success over England, but this time he inadvertently flicks Antoine Griezmann's pinpoint free kick into his own goal beyond Subasic, who stood no chance in the Croatia goal. Croatia have dominated this match for large spells, but haven't been able to create any chances. Gradually, France have started to grow into the game, and with their first set piece, the ball whipped in. Mandzukic, the unfortunate man to put it into his own net, but that's given France the lead in this final.
On the big stage, but Mandzukic felt he had to get something on it, otherwise someone else may well have done so. I'm not sure if that is the case. I don't know if anyone was arriving behind the big striker, but he tried to get something on it and unfortunately turns it into the back of his own net. Subasic unable to get there. So Croatia's good start, all that hard work now means little as they trail in this game. Still a long way to go. Don't expect this to finish 1-0. Croatia have come from behind previously in this tournament. They're going to have to do it again today if they are to go and claim their first ever World Cup title. What a free kick here as well. So this will be their first opportunity to try and hit back Kante, bringing down Modric wide on the right hand side. Yeah,
Croatia are used to falling behind in all 3 knockout games at the tournament so far. They've been trailing at various stages, so they have the character, they have the belief in their ability to come back, and there's still a long way to go in this World Cup final. And this is a free kick in a very promising position, which Luka Modric is standing over. We've just seen a brilliant delivery from Griezmann to set up the opening goal. Can Modric follow suit? Croatia do have big players to come forward from the back. It's out on the right hand side, just about level with the penalty area, so it's a good angle for Modric to send what will be an outswinger into the box. Plenty of bodies in there. Vida's come forward, Lovren as well. Mandzukic will certainly be looking to atone for putting the ball into the back of his own net, and this would be an immediate response all round for Croatia as Modric sends it into an area, and Vida gets his head to it at the near post, just gets too much purchase on the ball. It goes over the top of the crossbar. Yeah,
another player that's proved to be a hero at times for Croatia in this tournament. Vida scoring in the victory against Russia earlier on in the competition, but he just can't rise enough there. It's a decent ball from Modric. Maybe needs to take a little bit off it to allow someone like Vida to get a better and firmer contact. But I think both sides are going to be threats from set pieces, aren't they? We know that France have scored plenty of goals from set pieces with their 2 big defenders coming up, as well as the likes of Pogba and Giroud that can challenge. Likewise for Croatia, Mandzukic, Vida and Lovren, all really big players capable of throwing their weight around. So it could well come down to who's better at set pieces today to who's going to win this game. But a 0-0 in the early stages is what you want, I think, as a neutral, isn't it? You want a nice early goal to open the game up a little bit. Not that it was tight and tense in the early stages. Croatia are having a good go at it, but even more so now. They've got to start committing as this game goes on, and that should open up chances and space.
It should do, and particularly the counter-attack for France as well, if Croatia do start to throw 1 or 2 more bodies forward, although they're not going to be likely to go too gun-ho until later in the match. Olivier Giroud's just been penalised there. He didn't agree with the decision from the referee. He's not the first player for either side to disagree, but the official gives the free kick Croatia's way, and Brozovic has it, but his ball forward is a little bit telegraphed. Matuidi intercepts, now Pogba, that's a good ball.